thought I'd just pop on to Big Sue's panting like fuck. Yeah. It's not happy. Vet's told me to douse her in water 4 times a day. That's fucking harder than you think as well. I've had to take her out for a piss 2 different doors due to the simple fact that once she's sussed there's a watering can at one door, she wants to go for a piss to another door. But she's a wise dog, see? Unlike some of the fuckers on here who are, let's say, you know, I'm not including the boys. Anyway, I've had a fantastic 3 weeks and life has proved to me how resilient young people are, how adventurous, how in the case of my kids that have been around, how they inspire me, the way that they complement each other and getting on in life. And their adventurous fucking attitude is mind-blowing, to be honest. So, yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons I've not been on here. At the same time, I've noticed that England are showing many positives due to what can only be described as a manager who manages people in a way that we all deserve, don't you? Builds the confidence, doesn't treat them like shit, you know, expects them to fucking commit themselves as he commits himself, you know. I don't want to go on and on and on and on. Yeah. I've, as much as a lot of the time over the last few weeks, there's been quite a few miles travelled. Driving's been shared and such as that. Chance for everyone to look around. And I've probably only picked this phone up to comment on farms. Yeah. Well, you all think I'm a moaning cunt. Well, not all of you. A lot of you think I'm a moaning cunt. And the fact that, you know, we don't distribute and use our land in the correct manner. I see Saddleworth Moors on fire. Apparently, according to one newspaper, I read one article, that's down to the fact that they've been stripped. And when they're stripped for grouse shooting, that's why they get like that. And we've had this incredible heat, you know, this spell of weather which we don't usually get in this country. Me and Big Zones won't be sad to see the back of it. But one thing that struck me, and I don't know if any of you are on my wavelength, I know there's a couple of lads on here who take interest in farms and such. I must admit, since I've moved up north, I have different respect for the farmers, and my family were farmers for many years. How many subjects is that I've talked about? Dickhead. No, but what I'm saying is, what struck me more than anything is this haymaking. Because we've had an early fucking start to summer and a prolonged heat, I've seen in some cases where they've already cut the hay twice. And that's what they've cut, hay. Fuck all else. I've seen fuck all else growing, really. In the vast areas of Cumbria, and I don't mean the Lake District National Park, the UNESCO site, I mean fucking millions of acres of fucking hay, yeah, to feed your cattle. And as I've gone up to fucking Dumfries and Galloway and over to Stranraer, again, millions and millions of acres of hay, an odd fucking field of wheat. No carrots, no broccoli, no fruit, no grapes, no fuck all else. Hay. Hay to feed the cattle. How much fucking feed do the cattle need in winter? Since temperatures don't get as low as they used to get. I'm asking this as a serious question. Seriously, I mean, it's not only the fact that they're now probably going to get 3 or 4 cuts on that hay this year. You know, how much of that is going to be used? Another thing that fucking annoys me to fuck, and it must annoy everybody in this country, especially when they're going on holiday or whatever else, is tractors on the road at all times of day. Now, I'm not going to go to the farmer if we're going from one field to the next, but what you've got now are massive tractors which are subcontracted out to separate farms. Some of these tractors go fucking, 40, 50 miles down the road to cut some guy's hay and then come back 50 miles this way. And they can cause a terrible traffic jam if you get one with a trailer on or whatever. And I'm sure some of you are going to go, oh, the fucking. But that's not a fuck to me. What you're thinking, yeah? Grow a bit more wheat, you cunt and ops, yeah? And start brewing our own properly. Instead of the discussions I've had this week, regarding fucking so-called real ales. But yeah, seriously, I've witnessed massive hold-ups of traffic, which, because of the hold-ups of the traffic and because of the British disposition mentally about being at work on time, that dickhead doesn't just put his own fucking life at risk, but he puts everyone in that traffic queue at risk and the people coming in the other direction. And I've witnessed that so many times in the last 2 weeks. It's been amazing. On one occasion, a guy actually if he hadn't been coming in the other direction, managed to skip into a lay-by, fucking at high speed, then there'd have been a complete head-on smash. I've seen it all the time, but, like I say, these are fucking millions and millions of acres in this country. If we go down to Suffolk, if we go to Kent, if we go to all fucking corners of this fucking country, this tiny little island, as I even myself call it, there is so much of it just used to feed cattle and fuck all else. And I know we can't always guarantee weather like that, like this year. And I know that I'm not a farmer and I don't know exactly how it works. And as the old farmer said to me working this village the other day, I said, you're at it on a Sunday, and I've probably said this before because I'm going a bit mentally ill, I said, you're at it on a Sunday. He said, you can't run a farm if you can't keep a garden. I'm working on my own garden today, he says, and that's fair enough. And I have found some wonderful respect from these farmers round here. They leave the fields open. Although we were attacked by bulls again, and they can be quite ferocious, them fuckers. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Why is this land not better used? Why have we got people living on the streets? Why are we crammed into fucking towns and cities where there is no fucking hope of a future? There's no hope of fucking anything, basically, other than just survival. I noticed the other day in the press that they're actually talking about those with a decent pension and those with a few quid are now going to have to pay an extra tax to pay for their fucking, aftercare when they become fucking ill and sick. And that also will be used to pay for the likes of cunts like me who've broke the body fucking building fucking houses or working in factories or whatever else they did. They ain't going to be happy about that, they? They're happy about spending fucking extra 10p and fucking Asda, these cunts. No? You know what I'm saying? It's a fuck up, man. We need to go back to the land. Every one of them fucking acres I've seen has to have a fucking family home on it. And helping the farmer out by helping him, whatever, tending his stock or fucking growing some fucking wheat, carrots, broccoli, grapes, greenhouses these days, fantastic eating systems through fucking renewables and fucking wind power, fucking sea power, wave power. That's just all I've noticed. And it looks like it's going to be a long, hard slog for holidaymakers this summer if they're staying in this country. Because as I said, you're guaranteed to be held up by a tractor who's subcontracting to every farm in the fucking area. And they've got kids, in many senses, driving these tractors who are, well, they're battering it as fast as they'll go, but they won't keep up with the fucking old traffic heading in a direction, even though caravans are these days doing 70 miles an hour, which I find quite frightening. But anyway, I thought I'd just have a little bit of a moan before England go out, and well, there's lots of different things being said about what they should and shouldn't do, isn't there? I'm going to keep my fucking... I'll keep my... let's just say... Big Jim's just settling a bit. Yeah, I'll keep my opinions to myself. And I wish you all well. Well, not the fucking 8 thumbs downers whose life's so fucking boring, isn't it, you know? You know, why don't you go and fuck off somewhere else and talk to somebody else? You don't even... I mean, I shouldn't have even brought you up, mate. You're a bit like a fucking bad morning after a good sesh, aren't you? But how sad is your fucking life, man? Seriously. I've just talked for the last 3 weeks to 2 of the most intelligent young 20-plus-year-olds who have basically battered the whole fucking world in the van, yeah? And to actually hear you cunts come on here and have a go at me, well, I pity you. I hope you're not involved with anybody else in your life. I hope there's nobody who can take, yeah, the shite you give out. Because you're just a fucking bum. And I will say before I go that when everything fucking got going and I saw, you know, it's a pride that you have in your own kids as to how they've got through life and such as that. It's difficult to say, but it immediately reminds you of the scum from Gateway. They're still there. They're still nagging away. They're still causing nightmares. You know, they're jumping up in the night, me thinking there's someone banging on the door. You know, they're still there. But, God, yeah, whether they're trolling this channel or whatever else, these are the low lives of fucking society. Yeah, believe me, a lot of them out there in this country. Very sad, actually.